It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. And it comes your way next.
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Once again, it's Chubb. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. A run straight ahead. That's Ford. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run once more with Ford. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. Again, it's Ford. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Ford. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. James Bradbury up from his corner spot to make the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. Watson going to give it to Chubb.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Fourth down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
Dotson, the man in motion. To the air right away is Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
First and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Hurts to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here's first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and that will lead to a second down. Hurts now. Now a screen set up for Barkley, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time, and it'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the ground, this is Barkley. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. quarterbacks going to hold on to this one. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Eagles will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, this is strong. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with 4. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Running is Chubb. He'll work forward for a couple. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Chubb. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They snap it to Watson. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And the Eagles are gonna have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a 1st-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Hurts. Off he goes. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
On third down, it's Hurts. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down. Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead, and it just doesn't work out.
Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Ford. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 20-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
On the ground, this is Ford. And he'll take this down to about the 8. They'll run once more with Ford. And this time he's in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Browns take a 10-3 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Man in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Hurts working in the pistol. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
A first down throw for Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On third down, here's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. Here's Barkley. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. Second and goal. Here now, second down and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And this time, he will work his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will tie things up. It's now 10-10. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes Ford on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, first and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. 1st and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
He's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th down and pick up 10 yards. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. A run straight ahead. That's Ford. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And they've got it on the ground. The mark will come at the 13, but it's a new set of downs. 1st down picked up.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's Ford. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. Running is Chubb. And he will score. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Here's Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments, because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
That one knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away. 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he's going to take this one all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, this is Strong. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Now Chubb. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he'll be taken down.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. A second effort, and he is in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. A second down throw for Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Third and 5. Now Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Hurts to the air on first down. Now he takes off. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. First down and more inside the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes Ford on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. Into the secondary at the 45. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Chubb. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop.
A 2-yard pickup makes it
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Watson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
and an Eagle first down.
Hurts. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
To the air again, Hurts. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Hurts again. That's taken in by Dotson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Hurts will try it again. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will move out in front, 27-24.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the pistol, a give to Chubb. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll run with 4. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. It just end up a little bit short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Again, it's 4. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A run up the middle with Chubb. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First down and goal to go.
Here's a run. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. One more time, it's Chubb. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And waiting, no signal. He did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
A chance to get the lead before the break. Here we go. 4th down and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Nick Chubb, touchdown Browns. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Eagles 27.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He's up over 100 yards rushing for the game already, and he scored 3 times as well, as they went to him early and often, and with good reason. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He's going to run it. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
So you're a couple inches away from, instead of celebrating a touchdown with your boys on the sideline, you're trotting back to the huddle with your tail between your legs.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Browns offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Now a handoff to Ford. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he will go all the way. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns have taken a 4-point advantage. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Covered. Lovey now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and receiver Devontae Smith take the field for their next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Hurts. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
The open receiver is Dotson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Now it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Chubb. 1st down and more for Chubb. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A run straight ahead, that's Ford, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Chubb takes this handoff, running left. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Jerome Ford, touchdown Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Now, Hopkins on to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Browns will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Covey now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Once again, it's Barkley. Saquon Barkley. And he will score again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, this is Strong. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's 4. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Offside, defense. Still 2nd down.
Running is Chubb. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Second and 7. They'll run once more with 4. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's going to be caught. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Grant Delpit up to make the play. To throw on second down is Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Hurts. Catch made there, that's Smith. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Hurts working in the pistol. He runs with it. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here comes the Eagles punt team. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Inside the 30. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of shore tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll go with Chubb. And he'll be taken down. So the last run is going to be the one. He has now broken the NFL record, most rushing yards in a single game. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Again, it'll be 4. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll try and run it. It's 4. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jerome 4. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns tack on one more to their lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Covey now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Hurts now. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down. It was 3rd and 3, and they picked up 6. Now Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he is going to score! A pick six for the touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Hovey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
3rd and long for Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got her. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On 2nd down, Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not...
And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Watson gonna give it to Chubb. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They snap it to Watson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. He's got it at the 7. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Man in motion is Smith. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are back within 2 scores.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Uh-oh. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I like the play call there. 2nd, relatively short. Give your quarterback an opportunity to push this ball downfield, but realize this quickly, nothing developing. Get the ball down to your back, pick up a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Again, Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Hurts will try it again. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A pistol snap back to Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Chubb. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Once again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
That's good for Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They bring Jeudy in motion. Here's Chubb. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run with 4. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Now Chubb. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
A run up the middle with Chubb. He's going to have a Browns 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's 4. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Running is Chubb. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down. Up the middle. Here's 4. And he's got another one. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns are able to extend the lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Browns have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Ford. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run with Chubb. And he will score again. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Makes the score Browns 80, Eagles 45.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Hurts. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
To the air again, Hurts. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Hurts again. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes Ford on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. 1st and 10. Watson. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw is Watson. Downfield for Njoku.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
To the left side, he's got Njoku. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watson to throw again. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Reed Blankenship had the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To the air again. Watson looking deep here for Tillman. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns stretch things out even further. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Gainwell to return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw is Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the Browns. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving them much of a shot coming in, but they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball, and they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it. For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The dog pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.